Looks like we're gonna have to RNG it between Naga Wanderer and Ogre Warper, guys. So, Naga Wanderer it is. The RNG has spoken. Okay, polearms throwing. I like polearms, that's good. Before we set this, let's take a look. Is this stream all set up? Okay. What does my stream look like? Okay, it looks good. So what do we got? We got a spear. We got scale mail, +2. I'm not going to complain. Scroll of teleport, not complaining about that. No spells. Well, this is like Naga fighter without a shield, I guess. Honestly, I mean, it's kind of boring, but that's alright. I just did a mage, now I'll do a melee guy. Pretty good result for a Wanderer, actually. +2 scale is pretty good. Let's clear a D1, because if he dies on D1, then what will we have? What is my breath? Yeah, I'm probably going to save HEP, my first HEP run for the tournament, is what I think. Release. That's probably, because, you know, I'm not a huge ally guide person. I'm not, I mean, HEP tries to do some things differently about ally gods, but after having gone through that, like, win every god twice business, I can cover both of my HEP wins maybe in the tournament, and then at least it will be finalized. Gotta use that breath. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't show the shortcuts. Chase gold? Yeah, chase gold is absolutely viable. Some high scores have been gotten. I think the SK high score was a chase gold. But yeah, that's obviously not your concern, but yeah, it's totally viable. If you like Che. Now, it's not strong because it's Che, so you're likely to die in the early game. But if you like Che, if you're comfortable with Che, it's 100% legit. What are our stats? Okay, so we've got 16 strength. I forget what... Okay, and while I'm doing this, actually... Please vote for our next thing. Alien Vendetta is just a Doom 2 WOD. That's kind of a classic one. Whoa, thank you for the follow. I perhaps need to turn that volume down. It was quite loud. But yeah, thank you for the follow. Okay, wow. Email is failing, so I can't see it, but thank you regardless. And yeah, Alien Vendetta is a Doom 2 WAD that was released in quite some time ago, but it's pretty well regarded as a classic. Not the most cutting edge of Doom 2 WADs, which are still seeing releases, like, you know, to this day. There's some really good ones that are being released. But I'm about a third of the way through that one. Yeah, so what did we see about Sid? So yeah, please vote for that. I'm well into Ultimate Wizard. Could easily do another 20 levels, but I could also do some Doom levels. Not sure if we'd have time to do both tonight, but I guess if I get bored of one, I can also switch over to the other. Sid over 4, so they're just... Change your vote. Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind playing tonight. Probably gonna go Dex. Now, this guy could end up using a shield. Oh, also, I've got really weird skilling. I should fix this. Polearms, no to the stealth. I can use my 2. We're just gonna get damage. Yeah, I've tested my, I have to remember, what do I do for my... Yeah, that's right. I just do lower resolution, yeah. Okay. I will have to stop and restart the stream if we do Doom, because I have to change the video settings. Okay. Sige. MLX. Wow, guys. Memelex. Not my preferred god choice, but somewhat appropriate for a wanderer. I tend to hold off on rings until I've got a comfortable stack of scrolls, because, you know, potential downside is pretty high. Unlike for amulets, although for this guy I would actually be a little bit hesitant if I got an accuracy that would really suck. Okay, so... it's not... Ugh, this... to be this. This is not good. Okay. Vault is annoying. It's probably just going to be sort of whatever we get that's good. Try out this ring. Use wrists. Man, the adders on this level. Don't forget to use your Naga breath. Ash would not be my first choice. A god that is like really weak. Not a great choice for this character. He's already like the second weakest species or something. I mean, this guy has flat aptitudes. He's not really going to have too much in terms of like skilling that he's going to struggle with. It's the Sigster. Oops. Oh, okay. That is just the next level. Yeah, that's a good... Oh, there's Crazy Youth. That's what that is. Yeah, I don't really want to take him out. Yeah, he will make you slowly because he's like having Atheist for... People love what Ash does to the late portions of the game because he makes it go so fast, but you know, in terms of strength level... Yeah, there is the screeing thing, but you know, that's not... That's fun and useful, just certainly not a justification for the god. There's certain, like, Ash is kind of cool for a stabber, I feel. Yeah, Spen is not a bad Ash combination, because preferably something that's a pretty strong start / back, you know, species, etc. Going Naga just sort of puts such a damper on your character's strength because you've got the slow movement limitation that... Well, see, the thing with that is that's just about making those characters feel like they have really good power level at the late game, but that's more from a perspective of what happens later on. But I always win, like, later on. I never, like, die. Like, it just doesn't happen unless I'm really not paying attention. Like, it's basically a foregone conclusion that I'm going to win unless I just decide I hate the character or am insanely stupid. So it's never really an issue for me. Like, Ash isn't all that attractive because maybe it's cool to make your character feel like they've just got a huge power level increase, but there are other gods that are really strong. You can just pick a strong god that's not bad early, you know, that's basically strong all game. Combo Robin probably suffers from a lot of stupid skilling decisions because you've got so many different people playing the game that, yeah, I could see Ash being kind of attractive because people do some really bizarre things with those characters. Maybe even intentionally. Intentionally bad, I mean. I know Dr. K, who's a very good player, likes Ash, but again, I think it's the same reason. It's just sort of making the later portions of the game feel streamlined is more it than anything. Flame Tongue. Oh, he's a Deafy. Means he doesn't have shit for HP, but it also means that... Wish I could ID this. Vision. Nice. Just gonna spend some turns casually identifying my items in front of this guy. I'm just gonna have to see. Yeah. I'm not doing a great job of hitting him. But we can probably finish him off with acid. There he goes. Easy peasy. They could be remove curse, can of worms. And yeah, it's usually good to read the top stack, but I'm gonna, to answer your question, can of worms, I'm gonna end up reading those 2 stacks anyways, so it's fine. And I'm not gonna be using my ID scrolls on those 2 stacks, so it basically, the order in which I read them kind of just doesn't matter. So there, did you think about that? Did you? Did you? Yeah, some people do have different like ID strategies, but my ID strategy is any 2 stack or higher of un-ID'd scrolls, just read it. If it's a good type of scroll like Blink or Fear, you'll have an extra one. I don't really like to read single stacks unless it gets to much later on and all the good scrolls are ID'd. And then ID pots, I might co-op ID pots kind of occasionally depending on how strong the character is, if it feels like it's really well established and I feel like I'm just not getting ID scrolls and I want to kind of conserve them. But that's just kind of a, you know, a feel sort of thing. You can see I ID'd a bunch of good pots, so. I have seen way too many people wait until like depths and have un-ID'd scrolls. That's pretty extreme. Most people aren't that bad, but a lot of players wait way too long to fully ID all their stuff. And that's maybe secondary to the problem of, yeah, in this case, I think I had a lot of the level explored, so actually re-IDing Magic Map like I did was kind of nice. Because I got some use out of it, theoretically at least, although it didn't really matter for this level. Okay, obviously these guys you want to watch out for. Probably just soften them up with acid. Little shot of acid, do just the trick. Okay, well that is D3. So let's take a look at our poll and see what we got. Do.